Today I want to show you my hunter build. This is my gear and those are my techniques. So let's look a little bit more in depth. I'm using water katana. To be honest, the katana doesn't really matter that much. I like the water katana with the water master perk, burning blade. I mean, you could use the way of the flame. It's really up to you. I would highly recommend using a katana with ultimate damage. The other perk is really personal preference. I would suggest using melee resolve gain, melee damage, or perfect parry window. With the perfect parry window, you can perfect parry much more easy and can get 1 or 2 headshots in. Up to you. You won't be using your katana all that much. Ranged weapon. I am using the Weightless Spirit. Maybe that will surprise you. I call it the Uzi of the Hunter. Because with the recent buffs, you can fire shots like crazy. I mean, the skipping stone bow is still valid. You can still use it. It's really personal preference. I just like the Weightless Spirit because I can land headshots much more easy and I can use a range damage, and in combination with the range resolve gain, I feel like my ultimate is filling up much more faster. Skipping stone bow is still a valid choice. If you feel like using it, you can do so. I would suggest using range resolve gain anyways. Maybe use a draw speed, or use a range projectile velocity, or use a reload speed if you're gonna go for the animation canceling. It's really up to you. But for the perks, I would suggest using the helmet piercing ammo and the headshot refund, no matter what you're using. You can see I have both perks exactly the same on both bows. For the charm, I would highly recommend using a hunter charm with range damage, headshot damage, fall arrows, and fire master. You could, that's an alternative, go for this charm with fall arrows and blessed arrows. That's a really nice combination if you're using the perk for your katana with the perfect parry window. Enemies come close to you and you can heal yourself with the blessed arrows. That's a source of healing that you can use. I would highly suggest for your ghost weapon 1 to use a sticky bomb. Here I have a sticky bomb with cooldown reduction, status effect duration, fired up and increased radius. This is kind of a hybrid build between damage and fire damage. As you can see, I have my Fire Master. So status effect duration place into this. You have your fire arrows. I have another bomb that's also playable with blast radius. I mean, that's the difference. Cooldown reduction on kill. I kind of like it a little bit better because it gives you back your sticky bomb a lot more often because it has a 90-second cooldown, which is quite a lot. So I would suggest using it like this. For Ghost Weapon 2, I'm using the Mist of Yagata. This is my main source of healing because with the recent buffs, the Weightless Spirit got a buff, the Mist of Yagata got a buff, so I kind of feel like this is how it's supposed to be played. And the Mist of Yagata, it heals you, and you can fire some arrows from the smoke bomb, and it's kind of nice. You have to run munitions to get some fire arrows back, and I would highly suggest using all the cooldown reduction you can get because 120 seconds, that's even more cooldown than on your sticky bomb. You could run a regular smoke bomb. I would suggest using the same perks. It kind of takes you longer to re-roll to get like almost perfect rolls. I got some here with 4-second cooldown reduction on kill, which is pretty dope. But you don't have any healing if you're not using the Mist of Yagata. You could, of course, run combat regen on your charm, but this is only gonna kick in when you're out of combat. Unlike this one, you just pop it and you get healed. With the techniques, I'm using the Spirit Archer. I mean, he shoots arrows like crazy, and unless there's an obstacle in the way, he's gonna hit. It's not as bad as it looks here on the preview. And it's only 42 seconds base cooldown. All the other, or like the main alternative, the explosive arrow is on 55-second cooldown. So you will have this up a lot more often. And to be honest, it feels like as soon as you pop it, the cooldown is gonna run down. So same as with the Mist of Yagata and the Weightless Spirit, it got buffed in the recent updates, and it kind of feels like this is the way to play it. In the first row, I have the second legendary item perk. This is obviously because I'm using the Mist of Yagata. If you don't want to use it, the Executioner is a very good choice. Especially if you are close to enemies and pop your ult. It will do a significant amount of damage. But I kind of like to have a way of healing. For your second perk, I highly recommend status damage. You have your fire arrows, you have the foul arrows, you have the sticky bomb, they all do damage, and also the katana with the burning blade. it all counts into this perk. For the last perk, you could use Pinpoint, but that's a nice thing about the Weightless Spirit. You can almost every time ensure a headshot because the bows don't descend, or the arrows don't descend. That's so nice. If I would use the Skipping Stone bow, I would probably rather go for the Pinpoint, just to have the possibility of getting a headshot with a body shot. But with the Weightless Spirit, I just have to aim at the head, and it lands at the head. So Eye of Ichitsune can target 2 more enemies. It's damn crazy strong. Even if it only targets 4 enemies, that's 1 more than you would usually get. As said before, that is meant for the Weightless Spirit bow. If you're using Skipping Stone bow, I would rather recommend using the Pinpoint. What I like to do if I'm playing solo, especially when playing like Chapter 1 or playing Nightmare Survival and I'm playing with randoms, I kinda like to switch it up, and I give up the Mist of Yagata, and instead I'm using the Restorative Rhythm. This is gonna revive and heal everyone whenever I hit a drum. And the nice thing about the Hunter is you don't have to stand close to the drum. You can just shoot it from a distance with your arrow. I mean, that's like really crazy, especially on Chapter 1, and you're trying to get past the globes when you encounter them for the first time. You can just aim backwards and hit a drum with your bow, with an arrow. And everyone's gonna get revived. That's crazy. And on Nightmare Survival, it's also really nice. There's a lot of drums. I wouldn't recommend this on story missions where you don't have that many drums. But on everything else, whenever you know you will have at least one, or I would say at least 2 or 3 drums, I would say go for it. Of course, you don't have the opportunity to get the foul arrows or the blessed arrows, but you can still get the Fire Master. On this one, I would suggest using the resolve gain, because it increases resolve gain from all sources, which is quite good. Your resolve gain from your melee, which is already increased, from your ranged attacks, which is already increased, from your ghost weapon, all of that is gonna get increased and is going to be factored in to get your ultimate a lot faster. And on here I have the ultimate damage, additional damage, which is really powerful. So this is more, or this is turning more into an ultimate kind of build. As you cannot have the foul arrows, for me the most profitable alternative is taking the combat regen. If you would take, on here, the perfect parry window. Of course, you could go for the reaching parry. Health increase is a valid choice. Resolve increase is a valid choice. But I kind of feel like combat regen because I have to give up my Mist of Yagata. So I have to have another source of healing. And the combat regen now is my source of healing. So if you want to go play with other people, especially with randoms, this can be a very good alternative. I like to switch it up now and then. It's really nice, and especially when
I'll
playing the
share any
challenges,
story with you.
the Nightmare Survivor with randoms, or Chapter 1, I always go for this option. So, let's get into a little bit of gameplay.
One of
I'm playing
my
Nightmare Story
favorites.
with, I would say, option number 1, and we will see how it goes. So, this week is going to be Caravan of Thieves. That's a map
Caravan of
almost
thieves.
like made for the hunter. Yeah, just bow.
Over here.
I will go for the scroll first. This week it's up here. Just climb up the roof and get into it. You can already see it. We got it. Yeah, nice. You can already see the weakening kicking in. Just 2 shots with your arrows.
Stronger together.
I have to say, my teammate, he's kinda cracked. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, I'm using my ultimate. Almost everybody's dead. Use some fire arrows. Get some weaken applied. I'm still astonished how much damage my arrows do. It's kinda crazy. And with the weaken, also your teammates' damage is gonna get buffed. Oh, he got glitched.
The Guardian statue is missing. They couldn't have taken it far.
Yeah, we got it already. Kinda crazy.
Though there were many stolen relics, the statue was nowhere to be
Use a
found.
fire arrow. He's dead already.
Sacred to our people.
The ghost continues. Only roots awaited the ghosts, eager to devour
Yeah,
their
use your
flesh.
sticky bomb as soon as you can. Because the cooldown is gonna get lowered with every kill you get. So as soon as you have it, just pop it. And you will have it back a lot more often. Pop your Spirit Archer all the time you can. You can see he's doing quite a significant amount of damage. It's not as bad as it looked on the preview.
Found a map with the path the Mongols were taking. ghosts arrived at the first marked location on the map and planned their attack. They're coming.
We want to have that first wave of enemies spawn as soon as possible. Use your fire arrow. Get some headshots in. Apply some weakening. Summon your spirit archer. And if you have it, pop your ult. Boom! First wave is done. Just get some ammo refill. And make the second wave spawn.
The ghosts heard the rest of the caravan approaching. The ghosts
Now,
readied
same thing again.
as the Oni's steps shook
Just get
the
some
ground.
weakening applied. Spirit archer, smoke bomb. Whatever you have, just pop it. All the cooldowns are gonna get lowered with the kills you have. You have your ult, just use it. Boom. Oh, some enemies are left. Weakening. See how his bombs hit. They hit a lot more. Second wave is downed. So, we can go for the final phase.
Heal up.
What I really like about the nightmare missions is that every time when you're in that transition zone,
Has become grim.
you have an ammo refill
Reached the final location on the map.
and a health refill.
Yugi swamp.
Just make sure when you're playing with the bonnet hearts to point at the enemy that you want to kill. So your mate knows what you're gonna do.
Prepared for war.
On this one, I like to go here first, kill the enemies on the surrounding area. Just pop your ult whenever you have it, really. Use your sticky bomb. Use everything you have. Just don't hold back.
My arrows never miss. They haven't seen us.
There's a Tsukubata here. What you will see, he's got the weakening applied. My mate's gonna drop some bombs. He dead in like no time. One hit with his katana and he's done for. We're going in.
He met the ghosts in battle.
1,
Eager to
2, use your ult. I have it.
protect the stolen statues and
Use a sticky bomb. Use your arrows. Land some headshots. Yeah, there he is.
Foe can't
Just
see
hit
me.
it. He's using his sticky bomb. And he's already downed. There's an enemy around here. Boom, boom. Some fire arrow here. Weakening. Use your ult. Use your ult whenever you have it. Use a smoke bomb. You get ammunitions.
Eo's plan had failed. The statues
We're almost done. We just need to finish the
watch
Oni
their
treasure.
mind, or even
He's going this way, I'm going that way.
they feel the power of Oni pushing
He
against
doesn't
the
want to
west,
take it,
eager to
so I'm gonna
enter the
grab some
dark
ammo.
once more.
My
And there we
arrows
are.
never miss.
Spirit Archer's ready. Have some weaken. Weaken on everybody. There's one guy left. I don't know where he's at. Where he is? Oh, he's here. He didn't see me. Okay. Yeah. And we're done.
Appreciate it.
So, thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope you guys got some inspiration out of it. If you enjoyed it, I would be happy if you drop a like. Anyways, I wish you a lot of fun enjoying this great game. Stay healthy and see ya.